In today's one setup keyword trading VIX 10 index, I'm going to be turning this 90 USD account to a whopping 1,400 USD. So keep watching to learn how you can spin your own account as well. If you're watching this on TikTok, click this link. If you're watching this on Facebook, click this link, or go over to YouTube and type prime_fx. There you get to finish this video and also watch more complete videos. Let's get this video to over 300 likes. It costs you nothing to leave a like, and it also helps get this video recommended to other people who benefit from this tutorial. Now, again, we're going to be trading VIX 10 index only, and there is the 90 USD that was deposited. So we start off on the weekly, and I want to bring your focus on to the major break of structure below that low. And the reason I'm saying a major break of structure is because price from there on the lower time frame, it has been framing sort of a reversal back into the range by breaking structure below that low, and then it continued dropping down to form a stop hunt, or it did a stop hunt below that low and it never returned back there, and it gave us our first change of character, or a sign that it's returning back into the range. Wiped below that internal low, while at the same time it hit the daily bullish order block, and it respected it nicely because it continued on its way up to break structure above that high. So you can see right now price has been returning back into the range, and it also broke structure above that high. So we're also planning to sort of continue this buy back into the range. So how do we continue it is, we can see price also broke structure again in that small high, returned back down and did a wipe below the low. It grabbed liquidity below that low, and then it continued moving up. So right now when it's moving up, it created sort of equal highs, and we know what lies above equal highs is buy side liquidity. So we want to be buying there. Now when it created equal highs, it filled the fair value gap. That's why it sort of returned back down to sort of, I don't know, maybe wipe. And the reason is also because it hit the rejection block, but we know that it has to keep on going back into the range. So price filling the fair value gap and hitting the rejection block doesn't stop it from returning back into the range. Now on the 4 hour, we get to see the price has been raiding the lows there. You know, when it was going down to wipe, it did that raid, and it did another raid on the sort of on that low while it did the wipe. So there is our market structure shift, and after it did a market structure shift, it sort of returned back down to hit the daily order block. I think you guys can see it on these candles. If you have experience, you can tell that it went down and it hit the daily order block, and now it went back up to break structure. Now I think it's obvious that it has to respect that 4 hour. It respected that 4 hour, and we have to sort of continue moving up. And the reason is also because it filled the fair value gap right there, and it hit the 4 hour bullish order block. Now it's headed for the buy side liquidity, like we said, of course, but I want you to sort of see what I was looking at right now. So price right now, currently where it's at, is reacting off of the 4 hour bearish order block. We are not in a buy right now, so it has to drop down, hit the 4 hour bullish order block, and then move up or continue moving up. So right now in my mind, I'm thinking we might get to capture a sell to buy. You understand it? It's at a 4 hour bearish order block, and now it's dropping down to a 4 hour bullish order block. So in the bullish order block, it did a wipe right. They did a wipe, and it hit the 1 hour order block. If you see it, then it broke structure. It confirmed our 4 hour bullish order block. So what we see right now is, because it's in a 4 hour bearish order block, it has to return back down, respect the 4 hour bullish one, and then continue moving upwards. And the reason on the 1 hour is there is an imbalance right there that it created on its way to the bearish one, and it's also coupled with the 1 hour order block. So right there, it's a sweet level where we can have a clear buy, and it's so obvious. So best believe we're going to be buying at that 1 hour bullish order block. Now I want to shift your attention to the sell here. So we're done with the buy, and I want to show you why I think market has to sell there and why it's going to sell there. So of course we're in a bearish order block, and there's an imbalance there that will draw price down there. Now if you look closely on the 30 minutes, there's a fair value gap on that 30-minute order block. So if price reaches that imbalance, it's going to sell from there, and you can see it's coupled with a buy side or internal buy side liquidity right there. So it's sort of going to do a liquidity grab, fill the imbalance, hit the 30-minute order block, and then return back down where we're going to be buying at. Now I am not just going to be selling there because for the sake of selling. Remember, there is also the buy side liquidity, major buy side liquidity waiting above there. So I'm going to be waiting for confirmation for the sell. I'm not just going to be dropping down with it. So now we're going to be waiting for confirmation on both of these buys or sell. Now for the entries, it ended up dropping down without giving me sort of like a proper sell, should I say, confirmation right at the bearish order block. So I could not manage to sort of capture the sell, but it did sell like we had predicted. Maybe I think I could have actually captured it, but maybe I wanted further confirmation, if you understand. Now price, what it has to do is to dip down into the sell side liquidity, grab the stops below there, and then activate our buy limits that I'm going to be placing right now. So this is when I started placing my buy limit orders, and of course again we're 90 USD. I started placing my, I think about 10 of these, or is it 20, I forgot. At this moment in time, that's how many I place. Now we'll wait for afterwards. Now afterwards, our buy orders got activated. Price dipped down to hit the 15-minute order block, and you can see right now it's reacting up. Now I'm going to be doing a little bit of an exercise right now because I'm entering more trades right now, and I want you guys to do sort of a homework. Go and research why I'm entering more trades here. You can go back to the trade and also do your own little research and try to figure out why I added more trades right there. This is on a smaller time frame. Make sure to go on a 5-minute to 1-minute time frame, whatever smaller than 15 minutes though. So yeah, I ended up entering more sort of buy orders. I ended up entering more buy orders after it confirmed. Now after some hours, we get to see a beautiful rally up. Like it shot up like crazy, and I think I managed to hold this because after I entered it, I think I knocked off, I went to sleep, and when I woke up, it did not spend any single moment down there. It did a nice move up, and it was clearly headed for the buy side liquidity like we had said, and we went from 90 USD to 560 USD. That's a huge profit margin, and I decided to instantly close the profit or take the profit. And yeah, I was satisfied, so we'll move on, or we'll wait for another re-entry. Now for the re-entry, you can clearly see that price kept on shooting up. Again, it tried to return back down, but it went up and broke structure, so it confirmed our buy again. And now what it's doing is returning back down, and currently it's raiding a low. So below that low, of course, there's it's doing a liquidity grab, or there's a sell side liquidity there. And while it's doing the liquidity grab, it's feeling the imbalance right there. And also at the same time, if you look on the left side, you can see there's our interest point, which is the 1 hour bullish order block. And from just this setup alone, it's managed to grab liquidity below there. It's doing sort of a stop hunt like we usually do. So I'm going to be entering another sort of buy again here. Remember, our account was at around 560 something, so I really went in aggressive, and it came as a surprise because I didn't anticipate for price to shoot down aggressively to dip down below that low or to make a liquidity grab. So instantly when I saw it, I immediately started analyzing, and I just entered more and more and placed more buy orders. Now for the afterwards, you get to see that it was another sweet entry for now. Like you can see right now, it didn't spend time again at our entry. As soon as I saw that it was reacting off of my 1 hour order block, and I immediately placed the entries, it just started shooting up. Now because it was a 500 USD account, I entered aggressively. We're around 400 USD here, and later we had reached sort of midpoint of the fair value gap it created, or like the imbalance it created when it was shooting down. Now because I had sort of a dilemma in closing when it was around 400 USD, actually I wanted to close, but here we're doubled. I think I was satisfied with the profit, and I decided to close. I mean, from 90 USD to 1.4, that's a pretty good raise for an account. Now thank you guys for watching, and yeah, as you can see, we ended up withdrawing around 1,400 and left 46 USD inside. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like, comment and subscribe if you haven't, or see you guys on the next video.